Hello everyone, welcome to the channel where I find out that things aren't nearly as easy as the professionals make it look. This is the ground effect. And there we go. Proof positive that looking cool is all in the edit and anyone can be the star of an action movie with a cinematic horn swell. So again, hello and welcome to this, the very first episode of the Ground Effect vlog. Now since this is the very first episode, I can't get away with saying if this is your first time here, because it's everyone's first time here, including me. So, if by some strange turn of events you're here on purpose, that means you are probably one of my extremely patient family or friends, so thank you. If you're here on accident, I apologize. But no, really, thank you, and I hope that you'll stick around. But if you are one of those latter people, you're probably asking yourself, who the heck is this guy? My name is Justin, and since 2011, I've been an over-the-road truck driver hauling freight all around the country. Which is why I'm currently filming this in the back of a truck. But for me, truck driving was never a goal. It was always just a job and a means to an end. Back as far as I can remember, it's always been my dream to be a pilot. And I'll dig a little more into some of the things that held me back from that in a later video. Back in the late summer of 2018, after moving to Lincoln, Nebraska from my longtime home back in Connecticut, I had one of those moments where I asked myself, what the hell are you doing with your life? I had decided that it was time, and after a little bit of research, I found out the door to a career in aviation wasn't closed to me quite yet. I just had a very long, steep, and expensive flight of stairs to get there. So in the fall of 2018, I set to work on training for my private pilot certificate. Taking inspiration from a couple of my favorite aviation YouTube creators, I began filming my training sessions in an effort to try and learn from my mistakes, of which there were many.
That's 136 uniform, Lincoln Tower, runway 35, cleared for takeoff, fly heading 300.
300 after takeoff. 136 uniform.
Nice and easy. Oh, you're fine. And then you feel, so we've got a little bit of airspeed there, so we're just holding it just like that till it burns off its airspeed. And we'll slowly start reducing the power here. Alright, so a little bit of right rudder. Alright, and pull the power out.
Power's out.
And start rounding it out.
Ooh. That was rough.
Well, don't freeze up on the controls. Alright, not bad. Nice job. That was 100% you. Good job.
Nice.
And I had some thoughts about doing a vlog myself, but it always seemed to be one of those things that I never really got around to. Then just a few months into my training, that winter ended up being a total mess. The weather just never seemed to work in my favor, and from the end of December to March the following year, I never once saw the inside of an airplane. Now that really kind of dampened my enthusiasm a little bit, and I kind of lost interest in filming my training sessions. Not too long after we were up and running again, my original instructor was promoted within the company and I got transferred to a different instructor who saw me through the rest of the way. Then in August of 2019, things really got real with my very first solo flight. Fortunately, I did decide to break out the cameras for that.
Says 5 Victor Uniform, Lincoln Tower, runway 32, make left traffic, clear for takeoff, wind 340 at 3.
32, clear for takeoff, left close traffic. 5 Victor Uniform. 55, rotate.
5 Victor Uniform, traffic shore final to runway 36, runway 32, clear to land, wind calm.
Clear to land 32, Cessna 135 Victor Uniform.
Cessna 5 Victor Uniform, turn right on Echo, taxi via Echo, cross 35 to the ramp.
Right Echo and cross 35 to the ramp, Cessna 135 Victor Uniform. Thanks for your help today.
You're welcome.
And I might detail that amazing experience in a video all by itself down the road. Fast forward to November, and I had made the decision that it was time for me to move on from the company that I had been driving for almost 4 years. Rather than starting the new job right away, I decided to take the remainder of December off and really focus in on trying to finish out my private certificate. Finally, on December 10th of 2019, I passed my check ride and I could finally call myself a pilot. Then in January, it was back to work to build up all the money I'd been spending. And of course, 2020 happened, and I'm pretty sure it's still happening. And I'm sure that we all just like to get past it. And that brings us to the present. Just a few weeks ago, I began working on the next step in this adventure and started studying for my instrument rating. It's all about being able to fly in the clouds and bad visibility, so all of the training is done wearing a view limiting device that doesn't allow you to see outside of the airplane. And if you think that sounds difficult, it is.
All right,
I'm really
back
wanting
to 90 knots.
I'm really wanting to bring it left.
Yeah, and I'm just leaving it right here because it's not too far off. I don't want us to be doing this the whole time. Right? I'm going to turn us just barely over.
And Sirius 90 Delta Victor, squawk 0277. Sirius 90 Delta Victor, runway 17, taxi via Echo Alpha, and verify you have whiskey.
So we added too much power in there, right?
We did.
All right. Now bring it in a little bit more. There you go. Nope, too much, too much. Small correction.
Ease up the...
And then 1400 minimums. Nope. Take it back out. There you go. Nope, take it back out. Back out.
And Skywagon calling in clearance. They getting your call sign?
You're right where you need to be.
Okay.
Don't add anything else.
Alright, we'll leave it.
Alright, minimums, runway in sight, 12 o'clock. Power idle.
Man, it's currently through 290 Delta. Understanding
Lift
you're,
nose up.
you're going to remain in the local area, or are you going to, do you have a
There you
destination
go.
in mind?
Land me.
And Skywagon 29 Delta, you want to go to the east practice area or the west practice area?
Nope, trust yourself. Let go. Out. Idle. You're gonna float a while now.
Skywagon 3129 Delta, roger, I'll put you in there for westbound. You can let Omaha approach, but which way you want to go. And maintain VFR below
Nose up.
4000. Departure frequency 124.0, standby squawk.
That's alright, we'll go to Kilo.
This is 5 form, you can just turn left off when able. And you taxi route to the ramp via Kilo, hold short runway 14.
This time around, I decided that I really needed to stick with filming my training flights because there really is a lot to be learned there. Not to mention following through with this channel. I'll do some on those initial training flights in the next video. I've also figured out that YouTube is a lot of hard work. I had what I thought were some cool ideas, but then when it came time to actually executing them, they didn't work out nearly the way I thought they would. Tomorrow we deliver in Lithonia, and then we'll be headed down to Cordele, Georgia to pick up a load going out to Lubbock, Texas. Oh, this is so awkward. So it's become a... What am I doing with my hands? Now, as a truck driver, I hold one of the most dangerous jobs in the country. But this thing? It scares the hell out of me. As soon as I hit record, the camera comes on, my brain turns off. Recording myself, I've found, is more awkward than I ever imagined it could be, and having to see and hear myself editing the videos, that is my own personal hell. But that's all the more reason I've decided to actually stick with it this time. So during my last 3-week tour away from home, I started experimenting with things. Some came out better than others. And in my travels all around, I was capturing some pretty neat footage and kind of starting to get a little bit of an idea of what kind of settings I needed, where I needed to mount the cameras on the truck and whatnot, and get some kind of neat time-lapse stuff going. And then my laptop decided to break. With the antenna for the wireless keyboard taking up the only USB port, I then had no way to transfer all the files from the cameras to the laptop. But after bouncing from one end of the country to the other and everywhere in between for a couple more weeks, I finally got to go home and I have myself a new laptop. This thing is much more powerful and way better for editing video, so now I can really make a go of it. And now I'm back out on the road again, working on this stuff and studying as much as I can. Going forward, I'll continue making videos, sharing my learning experiences, and the adventure of trying to take my career skyward. And I'll also share some of the cool stuff I see out on the road along the way. Now, doing this job makes learning to fly really challenging. Being away from home for a few weeks at a time means that every time I go back, a little bit of rust builds up every time I get back in the plane. It also means that if the weather's bad for a day or two, there's no, oh well, we'll just try again tomorrow. That might mean I don't get to fly again for another month, but difficult doesn't mean impossible. All that's to say I've really got one goal for this channel, and that's hopefully to inspire somebody like me out there. If you have a dream, go out and do whatever you need to do to reach it. If you spend your whole life waiting for the situation to be ideal, you will spend your whole life waiting. But that's it for this video today. So if you've made it this far, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about learning to fly, aviation in general, even truck driving, I would love to answer them. Leave a comment on this video, or feel free to email me at groundeffectvlog@gmail.com. Link in the description. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, or if not, leave it a thumbs down. But if you do that, leave a comment below. I love the feedback, and I'll try to make it better for next time. And if you'd like to continue to follow along, I'm quite certain you know how YouTube works, but please subscribe. So till next time, everyone, please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next week.